On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Oceanography.
The scientific study of oceans and other bodies of saltwater, including their physical, chemical, and biological characteristics, as well as their interactions with the atmosphere and land.
Examples:
Oceanography data. Oceanography expedition. The Oceanography Research Center is dedicated to studying the impacts of climate change on the ocean's ecosystem.
Microbe.
A tiny living thing that can only be seen with a microscope and that may cause disease.
Examples:
Pathogenic microbe. Microbe sterilizer. Microbes thrive on the surface of the human skin.
Snug.
Comfortably warm and cozy, fitting tightly and comfortably, compact and efficient in design.
Examples:
Snug blanket. Snug little house. The baby was fast asleep in his snug cot, swaddled in soft, warm blankets.
Plankton.
Tiny forms of plant and animal life that live in water or air on which other animals feed.
Examples:
Plankton blooms. Plankton community. Plankton is generally the foundation of the ocean food chain.
Vignette.
A brief or short descriptive account, episode, or story that focuses on a particular moment, person, or object, a small decorative design or illustration.
Examples:
Poignant vignette. Vignette from the incident. The novel has a series of vignettes that showcase the everyday struggles of its characters.
Bum.
A person who is homeless or lives in poverty, a lazy, shiftless, or worthless person, a beggar, a person who spends time doing nothing productive.
Examples:
Homeless bum. Lazy bum. He used to be a successful businessman, but now he's a washed-up bum with nothing to show.
Beware.
To be cautious or careful about something or someone that may cause harm or danger.
Examples:
Beware of scams. Beware of strangers. Please beware of the slippery floor after it rains, or you could fall.
Microscopic.
Tiny, exceedingly precise and detail-oriented, of or used in microscopy.
Examples:
Microscopic inquiry. Microscopic analysis. Inspectors noticed microscopic cracks in the submarine's hull.
Seawater.
Water from the sea or ocean, typically containing salt and various other dissolved minerals.
Examples:
Seawater pollution. Seawater bacteria. The desalination plant turned seawater into drinking water through a complex process.
Reliant.
Needing something or something to continue, to work correctly, or to succeed.
Examples:
Heavily reliant on oil. Export-reliant economy. The company is heavily reliant on its overseas operations for revenue.
Compel.
To force or require someone to do something, to exert a strong, irresistible force or pressure that makes someone act in a certain way.
Examples:
Compel a person to submission. Compel attention. The strict deadlines will compel the team to work efficiently.
Phytoplankton.
Tiny little plants that float on the surface of the water and on which sea creatures feed.
Examples:
Marine phytoplankton. Phytoplankton blooms. She studies the relationship between marine creatures' toxicity and the phytoplankton they feed on.
Halibut.
A large, flat-bodied saltwater fish that is an important food source, particularly in North America and Europe.
Examples:
Halibut steak. Baked halibut. I love to cook halibut with lemon butter sauce for a delicious dinner.
Uplift.
The process of raising land to a higher elevation, or the result of this process. Verb, fill with high spirits.
Examples:
Uplift mountains. Uplift my spirit. The uplift in the stock market has been a relief to investors.
Algae.
A simple plant that grows in or near water and lacks typical leaves and roots.
Examples:
Algae biofuel. Blue algae. Algae has jammed the inlet to the water turbine.
Toxin.
A poisonous substance produced by a living organism, such as a plant, animal, or microorganism, a chemical compound that can cause harm or illness to a living organism.
Examples:
Toxin exposure. Toxin production. Mold exposure can release dangerous toxins into the air.
Contaminate.
To make something impure, unclean, or poisonous by contact or mixture.
Examples:
Contaminate with a disease. Contaminate his ego. We strive not to contaminate the environment when demolishing petroleum plants.
Shellfish.
Water creatures that live in shells, especially one of the types that can be eaten.
Examples:
Shellfish allergy. Edible shellfish. Shellfish can cause allergic reactions in certain people.
Drone.
A low continuous humming noise, someone who takes more time than necessary, a pilotless aerial vehicle that is operated by remote control.
Examples:
Drone flight. The speaker's drone. He heard a drone of sirens roar from the neighboring town.
Glider.
A light aircraft or small, unpowered plane that is designed to glide and soar through the air using natural winds and/or thermal currents.
Examples:
Glider club, paper glider. The hang glider enthusiast looked at the clear skies, anticipating a perfect day to take flight.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion, an opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Seasick.
Feeling ill or nauseous as a result of being on a ship or boat that is moving or rocking back and forth in a rough sea, suffering from motion sickness.
Examples:
Avoid getting seasick. Seasick medication. The rough waves made some passengers feel seasick during the boat ride.
Hard-won.
Achieved with great effort, perseverance, or sacrifice, earned or gained only after overcoming significant obstacles or challenges.
Examples:
Hard-won victory. Hard-won peace. After years of hard work, she finally achieved her hard-won success.
Oscillate.
To swing or move back and forth like a pendulum or a wave, to fluctuate or alternate between 2 points or states, to hesitate or be indecisive.
Examples:
Oscillate back and forth. Oscillate between joy and anger. The fan in the room oscillates, making the airflow more evenly.
Anomaly.
Something or someone that deviates from what is expected or normal, often in a way that is difficult to explain or understand.
Examples:
Anomaly detection. Global temperature anomaly. The sudden drop in the stock market was an anomaly that puzzled many investors.
Bode.
To be a sign or indication of a particular outcome or event in the future, can be positive or negative.
Examples:
Bode a heavy rain. Bode for the future. The dark clouds bode ill for the outdoor wedding ceremony.
Mammal.
Any animal of which the female gives birth to live young, not eggs, and feeds her young on milk from her own body.
Examples:
A primitive mammal. A sort of mammal. Marine mammal populations are declining worldwide due to ocean pollution.
Resonate.
To be filled with a deep echoing sound.
Examples:
Deeply resonate with the consumers. Resonate in the same frequency. The sound resonates well in this theater.
Doomsday.
The last day of the world when Christians believe that God will judge everyone, an unpleasant or disastrous event.
Examples:
Doomsday scenario. Economic doomsday. This task is going to take me till doomsday.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Pilgrim.
A person who journeys, especially a long distance, to a sacred place as an act of religious devotion.
Examples:
Shrine for pilgrims. Pilgrim site. The group of pilgrims walked in silence, deep in thought and prayer.
Swirl.
To move in a circular or spiral pattern.
Examples:
Swirl the wine. Swirl up dirt and dust. The chef expertly swirled the sauce onto the plate.
Subtropic.
Describing a region or climate that is between tropical and temperate and often characterized by warm temperatures and moderate rainfall.
Examples:
Subtropic vegetation. Subtropic region. The subtropic climate made for hot and humid weather all year round.
Gyre.
A circular or spiral motion, particularly a vortex or large-scale system of rotating ocean currents.
Examples:
Gyre movement. Subtropical gyre. The trash caught in the gyre in the ocean, forming a massive garbage patch.
Seafloor.
The bottom of the ocean.
Examples:
Seafloor exploration. Seafloor mapping. The oceanographer studied the seafloor topography to understand how it had changed over time.
Microorganism.
A very small living thing that may exist in its single-celled form or as a colony of cells and is too small to be seen without a microscope.
Examples:
Pathogenic microorganism. Microorganisms in his gut. This microorganism is a producer of respiratory disease.
Fingerprint.
A unique pattern of ridges and valleys on the surface of a finger that can be used to identify a person.
Examples:
Fingerprint at a crime scene. Fingerprint identification. The police used a fingerprint scanner to identify the suspect.
Skim.
To read something quickly, to get a general idea of its contents, to remove any unwanted or unnecessary material from the surface of a liquid, to glide smoothly or briefly over a surface.
Examples:
Skim off the top. Skim the surface of the water. I like to skim the newspaper headlines in the morning to catch up on the news.
Acidification.
The act or process of becoming acid or making something become acid.
Examples:
acidification of soil, stream acidification. Ocean acidification leads to a decrease in tiny sea snails.
Eutrophication.
The process by which a body of water becomes enriched with excess nutrients, usually from agricultural runoff or sewage, resulting in an overgrowth of algae and other aquatic plants, which can eventually cause oxygen depletion and the death of other organisms in the water.
Examples:
eutrophication problem, pond eutrophication. The eutrophication of the lake caused an overgrowth of algae.
Overfishing.
The removal of too many fish from a body of water, causing a decline in population levels and harm to the ecosystem.
Examples:
overfishing crisis, overfishing ban. The ocean's ecosystem is being threatened by overfishing, causing many species to become endangered.
Inflict.
To cause harm, injury, or suffering to someone or something.
Examples:
inflict a heavier tax, inflict a hard blow. The storm inflicted significant damage on the town.
Enact.
To make a law, to put something into practice.
Examples:
enact new legislation, enact the smoking ban. The government enacted this law in 1925.
Arctic.
Of or relating to the region around the North Pole or the Arctic Ocean, very cold.
Examples:
Arctic ice, high Arctic. Cold temperatures and long, dark winters characterize the Arctic climate.
Nurture.
To take care of, feed, and protect someone or something while they are growing and developing.
Examples:
nurture love, nurture his talents. Schools should nurture children's mutual interest spirit.
Quote.
To repeat or reproduce the words or statement of someone else, often acknowledging the source, to give an estimated cost or price for goods or services.
Examples:
quote a source, quote a price. In his speech, he quoted a famous philosopher to emphasize his point.